Diane is dumped by Kurt on her nephew's 18th birthday as she's introduced to the new manager of the salon she works at, Gideon. With her nephew Daniel heading off to college, her sister Bonnie needs to kick her out of the flat and sell it, but Daniel isn't certain he wants to go to college. After spending some time with his aunt, Bonnie decides he can stay with her for a year whilst he figures things out. Now living with his aunt Diane, Daniel's job hunting. Bonnie gets him a dog walking job, but it ends terribly as he loses one of his customers' dogs. Diane steps in, getting him a new job as she studies for a corporate test. However, things go from bad to worse for him, accidentally starting a fire. Diane passes her test, rescuing Daniel from the blaze as he applies for a job at Creative Juice. After receiving a senior's discount at Ribfest, Diane sets out to prove she's still young at heart, discovering Kurt has a new girlfriend. Gideon helps with a new makeover, leading to Diane deciding on getting some plastic surgery. She doesn't go through with it, however, being convinced that getting older can be a good thing. With Diane and Bonnie's parents coming down to tailgate at the Bears-Packers game, they reignite a rivalry with the Witeskes. Discovering their parents are separating, the two sisters ask the Witeskes to not buy their tickets. They refuse to listen to them, instead offering them a chair with them whenever, after Mikey and Daniel save Mr. Witeskes before he's crushed by the smoker. Whilst on a date, Gideon is called boring, whilst Daniel tries to learn how to flirt. Gideon joins him and Diane going to a Halloween party. They bond until Diane gives away to his ma that he's gay. Gideon storms out as Daniel makes out with his dentist, horrified upon finding out who it was. They agree to be friends as Diane apologizes for outing Gideon. He doesn't forgive, but he agrees to forget. Kurt has his matching tattoo with Diane changed as Daniel is selected to refuel Q's Grooze after he runs a marathon. Meanwhile, Mark overhears Bonnie say she doesn't believe he'll finish the race. Diane helps Daniel get to the finish line with some bumps along the way to deliver the juice as Mark refuses to give up to the detriment of his own health. Mikey meets someone organising a dinner for the family, but it clashes with the Beefies. At the awards, Daniel goes missing, consuming pop brownies as the dinner doesn't go well. Diane comes to the rescue, finding Daniel and saving the day for Mikey, getting on well with his girlfriend's parents. Daniel gives his aunt a new phone, but she doesn't really have the hang of it. Everyone has plans for Christmas except her, discovering her ex has had an accident, heading to hospital. She calls Daniel to let him know where she is, but the call's glitchy. He and Bonnie rush off to go and find her. They eventually do, having a family Christmas together after all.